The hospital where Kate Middleton was treated for her abdominal surgery at the centre of a huge security scandal. Hospital staff reportedly tried to access the royals' private medical records without permission. Neil Sean joins me. What more do we know about this latest scandal, Neil?
Afternoon, Stuart from London. Yeah, I mean, what a shambles. It's just one thing after another, isn't it? And this broke late last night. Now, apparently, what we can tell you so far, what we know is this particular incident happened around about late January, early February. And what basically has happened, what I'm allowed to tell you so far, is that it appears that certain people who had worked at the hospital have been targeted through a CV site, like a LinkedIn or something like that. And then they were contacted to people who were still working there, who may be, shall we say, susceptible, as ever we have to say allegedly. And what's interesting at this point is that obviously somebody was very much wanting to target those medical records. Now, the history of the clinic, the hospital, goes back many periods associated with, of course, the British royal family, including stays from Her Majesty the Queen and, of course, the late Duke of Edinburgh. So right now, apparently, there's a thorough investigation going on. Whether we'll learn anything about that, who knows? But it must be incredibly stressful for the Princess of Wales, knowing that, she's done everything she can to protect her own privacy, and then somebody behind the scenes was clearly deviating and working behind. Pretty nasty,
Well, those medical records are extremely valuable. I'm sure some operation would offer a great deal of money to find out exactly what is wrong with Princess Catherine, right? I mean, they're valuable things, these.
They are, but, I turn it around the other way. Medical privacy is the one thing that we all aspire to, isn't it? Nobody wants to know or reveal any of those sort of things. And I think this is the problem that, part of the thing where I think perhaps His Majesty King Charles did the right thing was, to be open, In some respects, I'm not saying she should do, it's her prerogative, her privacy, but, really then it starts a wild speculation. And I think for her, she has been as open as she possibly could be and said, I'm disappearing for 3 months, I'm going to recover, that's that. But as we know, in this 24-hour tabloid age, and there is an element of that, let me tell you, attached to that, it's going to push hard.
Yep. Got that right. Now, Kate was spotted for the first time since her surgery. She was at a farm shop in Windsor earlier this week. King Charles and Prince William seem to be getting back to normal. They're returning to their regular duties. But, Neil, are you still hearing wild rumours about Kate? Some people believe there's a professional double for Kate. You're hearing things like, is there crazy rumours still circulating?
Oh, I'm getting blasted on this on social media for this, because what I actually said was, if you look at the picture and the angle, you're looking at a woman who clearly, Stuart, has probably lost quite an amount of weight. But then when you look at the picture which we were banned from showing over here in the United Kingdom, the one in the car with her mother, she looked totally different, fuller-faced. So it obviously creates speculation as to what, when and where. Now, what's emerged also is apparently the rumour goes that the person who took this footage has been paid £200,000. I find that incredible in itself. But really, people keep saying, well, the palace haven't confirmed or denied. They don't. But what we are told, of course, is we weren't allowed to show that picture in the car. So why haven't they sort of said no, oh yes? What would be so wrong in that, So I think probably because people are, it is a 50-50 over here. People are undecided. People have come out and said no. People have come out and said yes. I think it is really up to you what you want to see, but they certainly look very grainy pictures for someone who was allegedly that close. Looks like it's been taken on a very old camera.
What's real and what's not real? The endless debate goes on. One more for you. Donald Trump suggested that he may deport Prince Harry if he won the election. Roll tape.
He's lied on his visa form. Doesn't the truth need to come out?
We'll have to.
Should he get special privileges that nobody else does?
No, and we'll have to see if they know something about the drugs, and if he lied, they'll have to take appropriate action.
Appropriate action?
Yeah.
Which might mean not staying in
America.
I don't
know. You'll have to tell me. You just have to tell me.
Where would Harry go if he was deported? I'm not sure he can go back to England.
No, but a very difficult moment, isn't it, really, Stuart? The problem that you have with that is, again, I think if he'd have been more transparent, and really he's dug his own grave from what he wrote in his own book, which apparently now may or may not be the truth. How misty is all of this, So the situation really for Harry, I would suggest, if I was advising him, would be to put elements of that documentation online, whatever, and say, here it is, and then it knocks all of this story on the head. Of course, you know, the possibility of Mr. Trump once again being your president of the United States does look imminent, one might say. And if I was Harry, I'd be very nervous, along with Meghan, about where I might be able to live and stay. Maybe Africa looks more appealing after all now.
All right, Neil, do you want him back?
Well, it's not for me to say, is it? I think there's a 50-50. A lot of people would say, I know, very diplomatic, a lot of people would say no, but I think certain people have actually said they would welcome him back, not necessarily, and this is, you know, their words, not necessarily his wife. So that's going to be interesting, isn't it?
Oh, very interesting. There's endless source of speculation and gossip, all good stuff. Neil, Sean, thanks for joining us. I know we'll see you later. Thank you.
A pleasure.